Today I want to talk about getting help. 10 or so years ago I received around a year's worth of counselling, therapy, whatever it would be. Those who have known me for some time would be able to tell you that it made quite a big difference. I didn't get involved through the usual GP medical referral. I actually took part in a study for a charity, and that snowballed into me sitting on a domestic abuse advisory board for the Home Office, working with MPs, even working on scripts for some of the Channel 4 programmes, right through to taking part in charity events, running marathons, running up the Gherkin, Abseit, all manner of things. The charity was the NSPCC, and they offered me support. Now I was extremely lucky. The person who I received that year's worth of treatment from happens to be one of the best people in her field, but I didn't think I needed any help. After all, it's all I knew growing up, and though I knew my friends weren't going through the same, that didn't count because that applied to them and not me. This is all I knew, so why should I know any different? And those initial few sessions on the phone, I didn't think I needed help. I wasn't combative, but I questioned it. Do I need help? When do I know if I need help? Eventually, when my guard dropped and the armour that I was protecting myself with slowly started to fall off, and things changed dramatically. After the first few sessions where my guard wasn't up, I was almost asleep come the end of them. In fact, I ended up taking time off work. Now I wasn't in bits and worried and sad. I think such was the release of this burden that had been sat upon my shoulders for all these years that I'd kept undisclosed and hidden from others. Letting go of it was like losing a heavy weight. But over time, I headed back to work on those days and things were fine. In more recent years, I've had help from Mind Charity, this time through the GP network, and I've spoken to friends. I share lots of conversations on social media in the private messaging, the DM section, with those who are suffering, but also those who are willing to listen to how I am, and there's a mutual respect and a common thread amongst all of this. My reason for telling you this is simple. You'll never know until you ask. But that doesn't mean you have to start with a professional. It can mean you disclose to someone close to you, someone you trust. And that doesn't mean you have to tell your whole story. Learning to trust people is fundamental. Opening your mind to the possibilities is essential. Those of you who look for professional help, it doesn't mean it's going to happen straight away. There are waiting lists, but you go into that knowing that. We're talking about the rest of your lives here, we're not talking about a quick fix. So for this final week, I have two challenges. Firstly, listen. I want you to listen. Carry on listening to those around you, but also make sure you have someone opposite you listening to anything going on in your life. And these things don't need to be dramatic and horrific and huge. If you think of yourself like a glass jar, it's not about waiting till you're brimming at the top before you talk to someone. We need to keep this sustainable. We need to keep this level low. And secondly, it's to move. It's dark, it's wet, it's windy, it's British winter. But right now, movement is key. You're going to see movement prescribed a lot more from GPs in the future. Don't sit inside and sit on your problems. Make sure you move, even if it's only for 10 minutes. Whether it's exercise on the floor, whether it's going out and walking up and down the street, get moving. So there are your two challenges. I'll see you in a week.